Welcome to EPG Pathsala. The topic of this module is licensing and registration procedure of FSSA. In introducing the topic, Food Safety and Standard Regulation 2011 for registration and licensing for food business operators is an effective mean in the regulation of food safety by FSSA. In India, the existing different food laws and regulation system under different ministries has to highly challenge the control of mushroom growth of food business at all levels, especially non-mandatory registration and license procedures permit street, small and cottage level food businesses as a main reason in the availability of unsafe and quality deprived foods challenging human health. This lacuna in the existing food regulation system of India is covered up in FSS Act 2006 and ensure mandatory and unified registration and licensing procedures to be followed by all sectors of food business, including the mere registration by petty food manufacturers. The objectives of the module are to know the registration and licensing provisions in FSS Act and the structure for the same in FSSA, to understand the registration and licensing procedures to be followed by food business operators, to be able to identify available registered and licensed food products in FSSA. First, we will come to know the provision in the FSS Act. FSS Act, the Schedule 31 has defined the procedure for licensing and registration for different businesses, wherein no business shall commence or carry on any food business except under a license. Nothing committed in subsection 1 shall apply to a petty manufacturer who himself manufactures or sells any article of food, or a petty retailer, hawker, itinerant vendor, or a temporary stall holder, or small scale or cottage or such other industries relating to food business or tiny food business operator, but they shall register themselves with such authority and in such manner as may be specified by regulations, without prejudice to the availability of safe and wholesome food for human consumption or affecting the interest of the consumers. Any person desirous to commence or carry on any food business shall make an application for grant of a license to the designated officer in such a manner, containing such particulars and fees as may be specified by regulation. The designated officer, on receipt of an application under subsection 3, may either grant the license or, after giving the applicant an opportunity of being heard and for reasons to be recorded in writing, refuse to grant a license to any applicant, if he is satisfied that it is necessary so to do in the interest of public health, and shall make available to the applicant a copy of the order, provided that if a license is not issued within 2 months from the date of making the application, or his application is not rejected, the applicant may start his business after expiry of the said period, and in such a case the designated officer shall not refuse to issue a license, but may, if he considers necessary, issue an improvement notice under section 32 and follow the procedures in this regard. Every license shall be in such form and subject to such condition as may be specified by regulations. A single license may be issued by the designated officer for one or more article of food, and also for different establishment or premises in the same area. If the articles of food are manufactured, stored, sold or exhibited for sale at different premises situated in more than one area, separate applications shall be made and a separate license shall be issued in respect of such premises not falling within the same area. An appeal against the order of rejections for the grant of license shall lie to the Commissioner of Food Safety. A license, unless suspended or cancelled earlier, shall be in force for such period as may be specified by the regulations, provided that if an application for a renewal of license is made before the expiry of the period of validity of the license shall continue to be in force until orders are passed on the application. The license shall subsist for the benefit of the deceased personal representative or any other member of his family under the expiry of the period of 3 months beginning with his death, or such longer period as the designated officer may allow. Administrative structure for registration and licensing. FSSA Chief Executive Officer heading the Authority for Registration and Licensing Procedures. Authorities like central and state licensing authorities come under CEO FSSA. Central Licensing Authority means designated officer appointed by Chief Executive Officer of the Food Safety and Standards Authority of India in his capacity of Food Safety Commissioner. State Licensing Authority means designated officers appointed under Section 31(1) of the Act by the Food Safety Commissioner of a state or union territory for the purpose of licensing and monitoring. Registering authority means food safety officers or any official in panchayat, municipal corporation or any other local body in an area notified as such by the State Food Safety Commissioner for the purpose of registration. Petty food manufacturers definitions is manufacturers or sells any article of food himself or a petty retailer, hawker, itinerant vendor or temporary stallholder or such other food business including small scale or cottage or such other industries relating to food business or tiny food business with an annual turnover not exceeding rupees 12 lakhs or whose production's capacity of food other than milk and milk products and meat products does not exceed 100 kg per liter per day, or production or procurement or collection of milk is up to 500 liters of milk per day, or slaughtering capacity is 2 large animals or 10 small animals or 50 poultry birds per day or less. Registration procedure for petty manufacturers. Registration shall not be refused without giving the applicant an opportunity of being heard and for reasons to be recorded in writing. On grant of registration, a registration certificate and a photo identity card shall be issued, which shall be displayed at a prominent place at all times within the premises or vehicle or cart or any other place where the person carries on the petty food business. The registering authority or any officer or agency specifically authorized for this purpose shall carry out food safety inspection of the registered establishment at least once in a year. Procedure of licensing other than petty manufacturers. The steps are filing of a completed application along with no objection certificate or a production approval for proprietary products. Application form here is B document along with fees. Next step is scrutinization on if any additional information required or incomplete application if any. Food business operator files additional required informations. Inspection of premises and issue inspection report improvement notice by designated officers. Either grant or reject the license within 60 days of receipt of completed application or within 30 days of inspections. License to be granted by Central Licensing Authority as per Schedule 1. Dairy units including milk chilling units equipped to handle or process more than 50,000 liters of liquid milk per day or 2,500 million tons of milk solids per annum. Vegetable oil processing units and units producing vegetable oil by the process of solvent extraction and refineries including oil expeller unit having installed capacity more than 2 million ton per day. All slaughterhouses equipped to slaughter more than 50 large animals or 150 or more small animals including sheep and goats or 1,000 or more poultry birds per day. Meat processing units equipped to handle or process more than 500 kg of meat per day or 150 million ton per annum. All food processing units other than mentioned under under the above category from 1 to 4 including relabelers and repackers having installed capacity more than 2 million ton per day except grains, cereals, pulses and milling units. 100% export oriented units. All importers importing food items for commercial use. All food business operators manufacturing any article of food which doesn't fall under any of the food categories prescribed under these regulations or deviates in any way from the prescribed specifications for additives. Retail chains operating in 3 or more states. Food catering services in establishments and units under central government agencies like railways, air and airport, seaport, defense, etc. So the documents for licensing and registrations are application form A for registration, application form B for licensing, documents to be submitted with applications for license to be also included, license format, especially format C, conditions of license for good manufacturing practices, good hygienic practices, which should be according to Schedule 4. Format for return filing is in the form D. Inspection reports and notices. On receiving the completed applications, the concerned licensing authority shall direct the food safety officer or any other person specially designated for such functions to inspect the premises to verify the suitability of licensing as per the requirement of the Act. The licensing authority may issue a notice to the applicant if he deems fit, guiding him on necessary steps to be taken or changes or alteration to be made in the premises in order to adhere to general safety, hygiene and sanitary conditions laid down under the rules and regulations. During the inspection, the various points to be considered by the inspecting officer and the prescribed inspection procedure to be followed as explained in Chapter Inspection of Food Establishment and Inspection of Special Establishment. By considering the appropriate points, a detailed inspection report to be prepared by the officer as per the format A. The copy of the same has to be handed over to the applicant suggesting compliance for improvements if any. After confirming that all requirements have been compiled with the requirement, a license will then be issued by the licensing authority in format C provided under Schedule 2 of the Licensing and Registration Regulation 2011. The food safety officer or any other person specially designated for such function shall, with a view to securing a compliance with this order, to get investigated any complaint which may be made in writing in respect of any contravention of the provision of this order, and the rules and regulations can be made under the same. Enter upon, inspect the processing and the storage premises of any license or manufacturer and make routine inspection report as per the format B at any time with a view to satisfying himself whether the sanitary and hygienic requirements are being followed as per the requirement of the Act or not. Verify the document in case of routine inspection after issuing license, such as file which includes original license, previous inspection report and the compliance thereon, all letters corresponding with the food authority, production statement form D, daily production register and stock register in the form of form D and E in respect of different raw materials, their composition in the manufacture of food and disposal of the processed foods. Medical examination and vaccination report of permanent workers, lab testing records batch wise and date wise in case of small scale and large scale factories, food safety management system plan if any. Follow as far as may be the provisions of the Code of Criminal Procedure 1973 relating to the search or inspection while exercising the powers of entry upon and inspection of any place under this action. On giving a proper receipt, seize or detain any food manufactured, marketed, packed or labeled otherwise than in accordance with the provisions of the Act or suspected in contravention of the provision of this Act, and keep it in the safe custody of the food business operator after taking the sample, provided that where the food safety officers keep such article in the same custody of the food business operator, he may require the food business operator to execute a bond for a sum of money equal to the value of such article with one or more sureties as per the food safety officer deems fit, and the food business operator shall execute the bond accordingly. Destroy any article of food seized which is perishable nature and is so deteriorated that it is unfit for human consumption after giving notice in writing to the food business operator. Inspect any books or other documents of a licensee relating to the manufacture and disposal of fruit products. Seize or detain on giving proper receipt, raw materials, documents, account books or other relevant evidence connected with manufacture or food products in respect of which he has reason to believe that a contravention of the Act has taken place. provided that no such books of account or other documents shall be seized by the food safety officer except with the previous approval of the authority. To prohibit the sale of any food products which is in contravention of the provision of this act and the rules and regulation. Dispose of all products of raw material so seized or detained in such manner as he deems fit. Collect on payment samples of food products intended or exposed for sale or sold or under dispatch or delivery to any dealer, agent or broker for the purpose of sale, and have such samples analyzed at the laboratory selected for the purpose by the licensing officer. Collect from the licensee of manufacturer its cost calculated at the rate at which the article is usually sold to the public, on giving a proper receipt samples of any food products or any chemical, dye or any other ingredients used in the preparation of such food products from the premises of such licensee of manufacturer, in respect of which he has reason to believe that a contravention of the act has taken place. Improvement notices as per section 32 of FSS Act 2006. If the designated officer has reasonable ground for believing that any food business operator has failed to comply with any regulations to which this section applies, he may by a notice served on that food business operator state the ground for believing that the food business operator has failed to comply with the regulation, specify the matters which constitute the food business operator's failure so to comply, specify the measures which, in the opinion of that said authority, the food business operator must take in order to secure compliance, and require the food business operator to take those measures or measures which are at least equivalent to them within a reasonable period as may be specified in the notice. If the food business operator fails to comply with an improvement notice, his license may be suspended. If the food business operator still fails to comply with the improvement notice, the designated officer may, after giving the licensee an opportunity to show cause, cancel the license granted to him, provided that the designated officer may suspend any license forthwith in the interest of public health for reasons to be recorded in writing. Any person who is aggrieved by an improvement notice or refusal to issue a certificate as to improvement or cancellation or suspension or revocation of license under this act may appeal to the Commissioner of Food Safety, whose decision thereon shall be final. The period within which such an appeal may be brought shall be 15 days from the date on which notice of the decision was served on the person desiring to appeal. In case of an appeal under subsection 1, the said period or period specified in the improvement notice whichever expires earlier. Prohibition orders: if any food business operator is convicted of an offence under this act, and the court by or before which he is so convicted is satisfied that the health risk exists with respect to that food business, the court, after giving the food business operator an opportunity of being heard, may by an order impose the following prohibitions, namely: a prohibitions on the use of process or treatment for the purposes of the food businesses, a prohibition on the use of premises or equipment for the purposes of the food business or any other food business of the same class or description, a prohibition on the use of premises or equipment for the purpose of any food business. The court may, on being satisfied that it is necessary so to do, by an order impose a prohibition on the food business operator participating in the management of any food business or any food business of a class or description specified in the order, as soon as practicable after the making of an order under subsection 1 or subsection 1 or subsection 2. The concerned food safety officer shall serve a copy of the order on the food business operator, and in the case of an order under subsection 1, affix a copy of the order at a conspicuous place on such premises used for the purposes of the food business, and any person who knowingly contravenes such an order shall be guilty of an offence and be punishable with a fine which may extend to 3 lakh rupees. The concerned food safety officer shall, with the approval of the designated officer, issue a certificate to the effect that the food business operator has taken sufficient measures justifying lifting of the prohibition order within 7 days of his being satisfied on an application made by the business operator for such a certificate, or the said officer shall determined as soon as is reasonably practicable and in any event within 14 days whether or not he is so satisfied, and if he determines that he is not so satisfied, give notice to the food business operator of the reasons for that determination. A prohibition order shall cease to have effect upon the court being satisfied on an application made by the food business operator not less than 6 months after the prohibition order has been passed, that the food business operator has taken sufficient measures justifying the lifting of the prohibition order, shall give a direction on an application by the food business operator if the court thinks it proper so to do, having regard to all circumstances of the case, including in particular the conduct of the food business operator since the making of the order, but no such application shall be entertained if it is not made within the 6 months after the making of the prohibition order, or within 3 months after the making by the food business operator of previous applications for such a direction. Emergency prohibitions or notices and orders are also included, wherein if the designated officer is satisfied that the health risk conditions exist with respect to any food business, he may, after a notice served on the food business, apply to Commissioner of Food Safety for imposing the prohibition. If the Commissioner of Food Safety is satisfied on the application of such an officer that the health risk condition exists with respect to any food business, he shall by an order impose the prohibition. The designated officer shall not apply for an emergency prohibition order unless at least 1 day before the date of the application he has served a notice on the food business operator of the business of his intention to apply for the order. As soon as practicable after the making of an emergency prohibition order, the designated officer shall require the food safety officer to serve a copy of the order on the food business operator of the business, or affix a copy of the order at a conspicuous place on such premises used for the purpose of that business, and any person who knowingly contravenes such an order shall be guilty of an offence and shall be punishable with imprisonment for a term which may extend to 2 years and with fine which may extend to lakh rupee. An emergency prohibition order shall cease to have effect on the issue by the designated officer of a certificate to the effect that he is satisfied that the food business operator has taken sufficient measures for justifying the lifting of such order. The designated officer shall issue a certificate under subsection 5 within 7 days of an application by the food business operator for such a certificate, and on his being not satisfied, the said officer shall give notice to the food business operator within a period of 10 days indicating the reason for such decision. Conclusion: this module sums up the salient features of this regulation that are unified licensing procedure, single window procedure, common application forms and procedures, distinctions between registration and licensing, cut-off limits for registration and licensing, two-tier system of licensing, that is at central and state level, introduction of exhaustive safety, sanitary and hygienic conditions mandatory for registration and licensing, intent to reduce inspections, more audit of system, 60 days of time limit for processing of license, thirst on preventive actions. Also, the forms required are application form A for registration, application form B for licensing, documents to be submitted with the applications for license, also license format, that is format C, conditions of license for good manufacturing practices, good hygienic practices as in Schedule 4, format for written filing, that is form D. Hence, the course outcome of this module is to better understand the registration and licensing procedure of FSSA in the availability of safe and wholesome foods.